Hey, live. Sweet. Vegas and San Jose at the Shark Tank. This should be a good one, hopefully. Elimination game, too. Bruins already got eliminated today, and the Sharks are on the brink. Win game for the San Jose Sharks in every sense of it. They are done if they lose tonight. So, game should be getting going pretty shortly here. Just waiting on some people to start watching here. I have not seen a ton of this series, to be honest with you, so I'm really interested to see and how this game goes. I've seen periods here and there, but I have not seen a full game yet in this series. So interested to see how both teams are playing, and obviously the Sharks are on the brink here, so they really got to bring it tonight and make sure that they win here at home to force a Game 7. So this should be a pretty intense matchup, and obviously a huge game for the Sharks. And Vegas would absolutely love to close San Jose out right now and lock their ticket into the Western Conference Final. That would be ideal for Vegas for sure. Can't believe that we're talking about Vegas in the conference final. That's incredible. First year ever expansion team, and expansion teams are usually bad, and Vegas has been the exact opposite of that, winning their division and now one win away from the Western Conference Final. That's just incredible. So I didn't get a chance to stream last night, unfortunately, so sorry about that. But I did do Tampa Bay and Boston on Friday night, and now I'm doing Vegas and San Jose for the first time. This is the first time I've streamed either of these teams in the playoffs so far. It's been a lot more Eastern Conference matchups, the occasional Central Division matchup so far, but finally getting out to the Pacific tonight, because this game is earlier here. It's a 7:30 start time here, so I'm pretty happy about that. It won't be too late of a night, which is always good. So both teams are getting ready to come out. They're lowering the shark head and closing in on puck drop here. So hopefully the officiating in this game is good. Though I'm not holding my breath. If you've watched any of my other videos, the officiating in the playoffs so far has not been good. Hey Maddie, how you doing? Thanks for being here, man. Glad you're watching. So here comes San Jose. Dude from Workaholics just opened the locker room door. I'm good, man. Glad to be here. Hey, Anthony. How's it going, man? Thank you for watching. It's my first time doing any of these Pacific Division games, so I'm happy for that. Finally do some Western stuff tonight. most of my streams so far have been Eastern Conference matchups, so it's nice to see the West. And I'm glad this game is not on super late. I think Vegas closes it out tonight, but I mean, it's the playoffs, who knows? But Vegas has just been so good this year. I think they close it out. So Vegas, William Carrier is out of the lineup tonight, and they put Ryan Reeves in. That's I think interesting because San Jose is not the toughest team, so it's a little surprising to see Reeves in this series and not in the Los Angeles series in the first round. I thought that's a little surprising, but we'll see how that goes. And should be a good game. I'm thinking that no matter who wins this game, it's gonna be a close one. Yeah, man, the Lightning won. I mean, I called that last stream. I said as soon as the Bruins lost Game 4, I was like, that's it, series over. Lightning will close it out at home, and that's what they did. So I'm not surprised that the Lightning won. Boston just didn't have it this series. I don't know what happened. I think it's going to be interesting when they release all the injury reports now that the series is over, because the way that the Bruins looked, I have to think that there were like important players playing through serious injuries, because they just did not look at all like the team that they were in the regular season. They looked really, really bad in this series against Tampa.
And see how easy homeowners and renters insurance could be. How does new government plus care skin defense go beyond sweat protection? Please. Doesn't say my clothes.
So I'm thinking, I'm hoping that it's a Shark Tank, so the crowd should be really into it tonight. But these I'll tell you, the Western Conference arenas seem to be louder and like more into it than the Eastern Conference ones. Like when you think of the premier buildings in the NHL with the craziest crowds, I think of Nashville first, Winnipeg second, Vegas, San Jose, all Western Conference arenas, and the East just doesn't seem to have that as much, unfortunately. But it's Shark Tank's a really tough building to play in on the road, so we'll see what Vegas can do. They did win, or they have already won in San Jose, so they've shown that they can do it. But an elimination game is a whole new ball game, and should be a good one tonight. Game. We're almost to puck drop here. They're just doing the starting goalies. Martin Jones versus Marc-Andre Fleury, the expected matchup. Wow, Jones has been pulled twice. Yeah, Barclays Center is like one of the worst buildings in the league. It's atrocious. Like, it's not built for hockey, and the Islanders need to get back on Long Island as soon as possible. I know they got that they're building a new building at Belmont Park, and that's where they're going to move to in a couple of years. But they definitely need to get out of Barclays Center and into a better hockey arena. So here we go. The game's on. San Jose won the opening faceoff, but Vegas took the puck right back. So no real sustained pressure for either team. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me that it's a pain to get to. I haven't heard anything good about Barclays Center as a hockey arena. Everything I've heard about it has been bad. So neither team has really had any sustained possession or pressure so far. It's kind of been dumping the puck back and forth here for the first minute. Both of these teams are really, really fast. So this is definitely could be a high-flying game with a lot of scoring. We've already got a delayed penalty against Vegas here. We got a tripping call on Eric Howell, I think. Yep. So Howell to the box early in this game, and San Jose is getting a power play in the first couple minutes of the game and a chance to really make a statement and take an early lead here. This would be it'd be really big for the Sharks if they could score on this power play and just kind of get control of the game early on. Vegas clears the puck already. So there goes the first 15 seconds gone already. All right, now San Jose's got some puck possession here and some. Oh, what a save by Fleury! Wow. Excellent pressure from the Sharks there on a net mouth scramble, and Fleury with a heck of a save right there. Wow. Three guys going to the net for the Sharks, and Fleury finds the puck somehow. Ooh, almost a shorthanded breakaway there for Vegas. Defenseman's lucky that he got a stick on that. Wow. Really huge shot block there. That was almost an easy San Jose goal. Big shot block there in front. Yeah, I definitely think that Vegas players are playing. They're all playing with a chip on their shoulder. Like, oh, almost a shorthanded goal there. Nice save from Martin Jones. But the Vegas guys all were basically just like let go by their former teams. And they are all definitely playing with a chip on their shoulder. Like, I'm a lot better than you ever gave me credit for. And it's come together so well in Vegas. They've gelled really well. They all have great chemistry and play well together, and it's worked out really, really well for all of them and the team as a whole. Obviously, it's pretty incredible that they're even in the playoffs. Never mind one win away from going to the conference final. I'll tell you, this has been really annoying in the playoffs. The linesmen not dropping the puck. It has been unbelievably annoying. Constantly kicking guys out of the face-off circle, and it's just drop the puck. There's nothing more frustrating as a player than when the linesman won't just drop the puck. San Jose entering the zone here, but only a couple seconds left on their power play. So they couldn't do anything with it. The Sharks are doing a pretty good job of possessing the puck, but they just iced it. So that's going to give Vegas a chance here for an offensive zone faceoff. They just killed a penalty, so they should have some momentum. And see, I think the first goal of this game is going to be. So face-off win for Vegas here. We got some puck possession. So they kill off the penalty, and now they've got some offensive zone time. So, oh, nice centering pass there. Just couldn't finish the playoff, but that was a good shift there for Vegas. Hey, it's all good, guys. And yeah, rip Boston. They were just bad. They were just bad in this series. I mean, it got to a point where like I completely expected them to lose today for sure. But thank you. I appreciate the thoughts and prayers for my loss. So rip Boston, but yeah, I definitely now I'm rooting for the Lightning in the East. I want the Lightning to come out of the East for sure. That's so for the rest of these playoffs, I'm hopping on the Go Lightning train. Oh yeah, Braden Point made the D look dumb. He did it multiple times this series. He makes the defense look dumb. Marchand's licks, well, I think from a fan's point, I think it's hilarious and it's just really funny. But if I was playing against him and anyone ever did that to me, I would immediately knock them out. I would be throwing punches as soon as their tongue touched me. So I fully understand why all the players on the Lightning hated it. I thought it was hilarious as a total rat move. But it's still funny, and certainly it did get under the skin of the Lightning, so I guess it worked in that sense. But if anyone ever did that to me, I would just drop them. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I hope the Caps beat the Pens. I think I would love to see the Caps finally get over the hump and win. And see, the problem is I really like 3 of the 4 teams left in the West. So I don't know really who to root for because I like Winnipeg, I like Nashville, and I like Vegas. So, I mean, I'll be happy with pretty much anyone whoever comes out of the West. And out of the East, I want Tampa Bay at this point. I was just really, really impressed with San Jose and what they did. I didn't think Wilson should have been suspended, and he certainly shouldn't have been suspended for 3 games. That was obnoxious, but typical new NHL. People are accusing Marchand of being gay. That's pretty funny, actually. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Marchand's not gay. He was just doing it to piss off the Lightning, and he did piss off the Lightning. It's just that didn't stop the Lightning from kicking the Bruins' asses this series. The Caps are up 3-2. They won last night 6-3. Wow, Vegas almost just scored there. Now we got a nice little scrum in front of the net. But yeah, Caps are up 3-2. Oh, the Line A fanboys. Yeah. I haven't been bothered too much by I haven't been too bothered by the Line A fanboys, but I'm not a Leafs fan, so it doesn't bother me as much. Thank you. Glad you're back. Yeah, the Bruins are on. The Bruins already played and they're out. They're done. People are calling for Oshie to. All right, the only people who could ever be calling for Oshie to be suspended for fighting are people who don't know that fighting is literally a part of hockey. Who could possibly be saying that? Like, literally, fighting is clearly defined as a 5-minute penalty, and that's it. So you can't get suspended for fighting. Must be Penguins fans, because they're mostly pretty dumb, I guess. I don't know. They don't seem to realize that, like, physicality is a part of hockey. Hey, Anthony. Glad you're back, man. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just because someone has a concussion history doesn't mean that they can't fight. If Letang didn't want to fight, he shouldn't have dropped his gloves. And then he would be a huge pussy anyway, but, I mean, it's Chris Letang, so I wouldn't be surprised. So leave it to Penguins fans to be calling for suspensions for literally any time something physical happens in a hockey game. Like, they're such a joke. All right, see you, Derek. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I would say the Jets at home probably close it out. Them winning in Nashville in Game 5 was huge, and I think that now that they'll be on home ice in a whiteout arena with a ridiculously crazy atmosphere, I'd say the Jets probably close it out next game. And yeah, the Preds just they I don't know, they look tired, I guess. They seem to be fading and kind of on their way out. So I definitely expect Winnipeg to win next game for sure. But it's certainly not going to be an easy game no matter what happens, because Nashville is a good enough team and a veteran enough team where they're not just going to roll over and die. So I expect the Jets to win, but I think it's going to be a very hard-fought battle for sure. Yeah, I want to see Vegas close out tonight. I definitely want to see Vegas close out right now in this game. Oh, huge block there from Brayden McNabb. Wow. That was going to be wow, Fleury just got that. That almost squeaked by. Yeah, San Jose is absolutely a tough team. They were a lot better than I expected this year, and I think they've even raised their game in the playoffs from where they were in the regular season. So San Jose, certainly some good competition. And yeah, I agree. It's not helpful to win easily in the playoffs. The more you got to play tough games and close games and get yourself prepared for the next opponent, who is probably going to be very, even tougher. As the rounds go on, your opponents get harder and harder. So it will be good for Vegas if they can win this series. Beating San Jose will be a really good test for them. Big save from Fleury there, and now Vegas has got some offensive zone time here. So this has been a pretty fairly back and forth game so far, with both teams getting some quality scoring chances. No score yet. Ooh. Good shift from Vegas's fourth line here. Very good shift. No, Boston should not re-sign Rick Nash. I was thoroughly disappointed in Rick Nash's performance, especially in the playoffs. He completely disappears in the playoffs, and he was not the offensive factor and producer that the Bruins needed him to be. So I would not re-sign with him. I would let him hit the market and see where he goes. Wow, good centering pass, but no one could get a stick on it there for Vegas. Vegas is giving a pretty good push here. Ooh, nice stretch pass. Yeah, not much on that shot, though. Oh. Wow, big hit there on James Neal. Oh. How did that not go in the net? What? How did the puck never go in the net in that sequence? Big hit by Joachim Ryan on James Neal. Then the Hertl gets a breakaway and rings the crossbar. Couture has an open net and the defenseman blocks it. Wow. Wow, Hertl could not have been closer to scoring a goal there. Oh, Couture fanned on the shot. He was in the slot with an open net and he fanned on the shot. That's incredible. And now Vegas just flipped the puck out. This is probably delay a game. The Sharks sure as heck think it's delay a game. Yeah, I'm thinking that's delay a game. Yeah, that looked like it went straight out. I can't believe they didn't score there. Yeah, if Vegas versus Winnipeg is the Western Conference Final, that will be incredible. That will be just a ridiculously good series, extremely close. All right, I definitely think that went out like straight out, and that should be. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how officials are supposed to make a call that close in real time. I just saw the slow-mo replay, and I can't make a call on that. And delay a game. I thought I thought when it first happened it was delay a game, and that's what the officials ended up saying. Yeah, I don't know if the refs will help out Vegas. I think I don't know if there's any team that the refs are going to help out. It's Pittsburgh. So we'll see what the officiating is like the next Caps Penguins game. But I think if there's any team that the league's going to help, it's Pittsburgh. I don't know. That was such a close call. But they called it a penalty, and that's something that ridiculously tight. You can't really complain either way. So now San Jose gets another power play. They've had one very early in the game, and they're getting a. They're getting another chance here. So again, I think the first goal of this game is going to be extremely important. Yeah, I hate the Penguins. A bunch of whiners. And they keep winning, which pisses me off too. So last thing anyone wants to see outside of Pittsburgh is another Penguin Stanley Cup. How did that not go in? Oh my God. San Jose has had so many chances here. Another close call. Huge save from Fleury. Fleury with another great save. So San Jose is just getting chance after chance after chance here and unable to score. See, I hate Sidney Crosby. I've always hated Sidney Crosby. Like, he's obviously best player in the league, ridiculously good player, but I don't like him. Like, I think he's a crybaby, and he's always yapping at the refs and trying to get calls. And the Penguins in general are just the epitome of the wussified new NHL that I hate. I just don't like anything about that team. Except when Ryan Reeves was on the team to start the year. That's about it. So Vegas killed another penalty. So San Jose's had the first two power plays of the game, and they've had plenty of chances, but they have been unable to score. And now here comes Vegas. Yeah, but Crosby doesn't play small, though. He uses his strength, and he's a really strong skater, and his balance is fantastic. So while he's physical in not a throwing body checks kind of way, but in the way where he can physically fight off the defense with his lower body strength and his skating. So Crosby, yeah, he's not the biggest guy, but he doesn't play small, and I think that's why people don't talk about his size as much. Hello. Yeah, I would like to know how much he can squat. It's probably a lot. His lower body strength is really, really insane. And his balance and overall skating ability is just fantastic.
Oh, that is good. Go-getters. Get two with Dunkin' Go-Tos. 2 for 2, egg and cheese. 2 for 3, egg and cheese English muffin. Or 2 for 5, egg and cheese croissant. So
this game's had a pretty energetic start. San Jose's had 2 power plays so far and haven't done anything with them except missed chances. Yeah, do have the Celtics to look forward to, although I'm not a big basketball guy, so I haven't actually seen any Celtics games yet so far. But they're doing well, and so we'll see how long that can continue. It'll be interesting to see if they can win the East. Yeah, Red Sox. I'm not a Red Sox fan, but they've been really, really good so far. I don't have a team that I really root for in baseball. I just kind of watch baseball casually. All right, Eric Fair's just sitting on the puck at this point. Vegas finally is getting a power play now. This is their first power play chance. And Evander Kane's in the box for tripping. So, nice save there by Martin Jones. And San Jose clears it. Wow, Vegas's power play has not been great. Only, under 20% in the playoffs. So I'm sure they'd like to see that number go up a little bit. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Another clear here for San Jose. So it looks like neither team's doing a ton with their power plays. Although this one still has 50 seconds left. Oh, Marchessault. Couture just swiped it from Marchessault. And Hertl just snowed Fleury. That was kind of funny. Yep, Boston's out of the playoffs. I knew that was going to happen today. I said that once they lost Game 4 that they would drop the next one in Tampa, and they did. So they're out, unfortunately, but still got some great series to watch in this round, and then we've got the conference finals to look forward to, which no matter what the matchups are, the conference finals should be really, really good. And offside, but yeah, Vegas hasn't done much on this power play. They had one decent chance, but that's it. San Jose's killed it off pretty well. Still a 0-0 game. San Jose's had a lot more scoring chances, but they've somehow not been able to get one to actually go into the net. Wow, San Jose with another face-off win and clear here. So, only 15 seconds left, so the power play is pretty much done for Vegas. They did not get much going with this man advantage. Nice play there by Sorensen in the neutral zone. Penalty killed. No, you're not the only one. There's a few people here. Oh. So now that the power play's over, Vegas is getting some offensive zone time. Not for long. This game has been a lot more back and forth than either team having sustained offensive zone time. It's been a very back and forth game so far. This fourth, ooh, that was close for Vegas there. Wow. This fourth line for Vegas has had a very, very good game so far. All of their shifts, they've been in the San Jose end. They've been hard on the forecheck, and they've been, keeping the puck in the offensive zone. So very, very good for Vegas's fourth line so far. And they inserted Ryan Reeves into the lineup tonight, and he's looked good so far. No mistakes, and hard on the forecheck. He's thrown a couple of hits, and it's been a good first period for him. Yeah, then he sat out the whole first round and up every game up until this point in this round. So fresh legs for Reeves, and he's been using them tonight. So still 0-0. There's about 5 minutes left in the first period here. This game has been mostly, pretty back and forth so far. And not a ton Not a ton of grade A scoring chances. So we'll see how it continues to go.
From Honda, official vehicle of the NHL. Experts will tell you a golden lager like Budweiser is one of the most difficult styles of beer to brew. That's why we rely on.
So during commercials or intermissions or anything, feel free to say anything in the chat, or anytime, say anything in the chat, ask any questions. I'm here to talk, so whatever you guys want to talk about. See plenty of familiar faces in the chat so far, but also this is my first time doing any of these West Coast games, so I'm wondering if there'll be some new viewers for first-time viewers, because obviously the title will help new people find this. I haven't done either of these teams yet in the playoffs, so any new people watching who this is their first time watching my channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and participate in the chat. And I'll be here for the whole game. So thank you, everyone who's watching. Yeah, both goalies have been fantastic so far. And Fleury's gotten a lot of help with blocked shots from his defense, too. So here comes Vegas. Nice little poke on net there, but doesn't go in. So San Jose had some really quality scoring chances early in this game. They couldn't convert. And now Vegas has come back in the second half of this period and have had some zone time for themselves and some quality chances. Alex Tuch, he's been really good for Vegas. 7 points in 9 playoff games. And for a rookie, that's very, very good. Vegas, man, just keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Doing a really good job along the wall and on the forecheck. And nice interception in the neutral zone there. Another offensive zone faceoff coming for Vegas. They've been really, really good the last 7-8 minutes of this game or so, and just controlling play and getting some offensive zone time. I think Lundqvist should retire when his play dictates that he should retire. He's obviously not the same goalie anymore. He's obviously not the same goalie that he was, say, like 5 years ago. That's noticeable. He also doesn't have the same team playing in front of him that he did 5 years ago. The Rangers are in a rebuilding phase at this point, and I don't see them being good next year or probably even the year after. So, and Lundqvist's play is certainly dipped a little. So, I don't think he certainly hasn't played himself into retirement yet. He's still a good NHL goalie and can certainly win games, but just given the situation that the Rangers are in right now, I don't see him lasting much longer as a Ranger, at least. I also don't really see him playing for another team, but he might not have a choice. He's probably still got a year or two left, but after that, it's going to probably not be in New York. Or he'll just retire. That's a hand pass. So 3 minutes left in the first period. Still a 0-0 game. San Jose's controlled play early on. And Vegas has been much better the second half of this period. So pretty back and forth period for both teams. And I don't think either side will be upset going to intermission at 0-0. I think it's been decent for both sides so far. The Islander goaltending situation is just a disaster. Wow. Oh my God, San Jose again. How does that not go in? Another ridiculously good chance. San Jose, Fleury makes a ridiculous save on the first chance, and then they somehow miss the net on the second one. Man, San Jose has had so many chances. But yeah, the Islanders' goaltending situation is just a disaster. They don't have a number one. All their goaltenders are mediocre. They don't have any franchise goaltender coming along the way. They're going to be in trouble in goal for at least the next couple of years. Nice play there by Shea Theodore to stop that centering pass. So San Jose with a bit of a push here. Nice hit there by Kane. Nice job in on the forecheck. And Vegas just iced it. So another offensive zone chance here for San Jose if they can win the faceoff. Big hit. Good hit by Evander Kane there on Lucas Sbisa. Incredible save by Fleury, and then I don't know how that second chance didn't go in. Just by the post. Under Fleury and by the post. That's unreal. But that's been really the story of this first period so far is San Jose with grade A scoring chances that they haven't been able to convert. And that could come back to bite them. Oh, God. Yeah, Peter Chiarelli is not our GM anymore. That's all I have to say about that. That's the most disgusting trade offer I think I've seen in years. And Peter Chiarelli is ruining the Oilers now, not the Bruins anymore. So you have to go try and snag an Oilers player for Gardner in a seventh. I think a better thing to say there would be the Leafs should trade Gardner. Yeah, Chiarelli probably would make that trade. The Leafs should trade Gardner in a seventh to Edmonton for Darnell Nurse. That's the trade the Leafs should make. So then Chiarelli can trade the Edmonton's best young defenseman away in typical Peter Chiarelli fashion. Icing again on Vegas. So a pretty big push here from San Jose on the last 2 minutes of this period. But
the other end, when he talked about the face-off powers of Joe Pavelski, he'll try and get it right back.
39 seconds left. I think both teams at this point don't want to give up a goal. A goal at the end of the period like this would be pretty devastating to any momentum. Nice block there on Brent Burns. Man, San Jose is pushing. Again, off the bar. Oh, my God. San Jose has got to be frustrated that none of these are going in the net. It's kind of getting ridiculous at this point how many chances they've had. Oh, my. Another one that just bounced by Kane. Man. And that's the end of the period. Man, so many chances for San Jose, and they couldn't net any of them. I mean, if San Jose loses this game, you've got to look back at all these chances in the first that they didn't convert on. This could really come back to bite them. Crossbar. Ugh. Man, that's about as close as you can get without scoring, and that's been the case pretty much multiple times in that period for San Jose. About as close as you can get without actually scoring. But if you're Vegas, solid road period, you had some good chances, you had some good puck possession, and you're coming out of the first period tied 0-0 still. So you can't really complain about that period if you're Vegas. If you're San Jose, you've got to be thinking just keep doing what we're doing, and eventually one of these are going to go in the net. It's probably pretty frustrating to be coming out of that period still tied, but if you got to think that if you stick with it and keep up the pressure, that you're going to get some goals eventually. Because man, these chances are so close, and they're just not going in.
So, what's new? We just switched to Geico and got more. More. They've been saving folks money for over 75 years. A company you can trust. Geico even helps us with homeowners insurance. More sounds great.
So intermission now. Oh, I didn't put my normal 0-0 end of first. So that's where we're at right now. Solid period, pretty entertaining period, plenty of chances for both teams, but no one can actually net the puck yet. So got a little bit here before the next period starts, and so I'll be taking questions and general chat for the next till the next period starts. So feel free to participate, because I really don't know how to pass the time during these 18-minute long intermissions. I'm sure there's probably some people watching who are first-time viewers of this channel, because I have not done a game involving Vegas or San Jose yet in these playoffs. So anyone that's watching this that is not normal or already a subscriber or someone who watches regularly, please hit that subscribe button. I don't just do live streams. I do hockey videos throughout the week on topics from across the NHL. So if you're a hockey fan, hit that subscribe button. And thank you very much for watching this. Hey, TTC, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I did not stream the Boston-Tampa Bay game because I wasn't even exactly sure how much of that game I was going to get to watch, and I ended up watching all of it because it ended up raining here. So the thing that I might have been doing was outside, and I didn't end up doing it because of the rain. But yeah, Boston was eliminated, and I figured that was going to happen. I am 21. Ultimate Sports times 2 times, 2x, however you pronounce your name. I'm 21. Got my last day of college ever on Tuesday. Yeah, they're showing the highlights of all these ridiculously good chances that San Jose got in this period. And Fleury made some incredible saves. And a lot of shots got blocked. And a lot of crossbars and posts, too, for the Sharks. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I also have school tomorrow, sort of. I have to go back to school tomorrow, and I have a test to take online. But so I guess I have school tomorrow too. So I'm glad this game is at 7:30 here and not the normal 10 or 10:30 because I don't need to be up that late. Sharks or Knights, as in who do I want to win or who do I think is going to win? Well, actually, that doesn't matter because I think that the Vegas is going to win, or at least that's who I predicted to win, and I want Vegas to win. So I guess Knights is my answer to that question. I don't know why I made that more difficult than it had to be. And TTC, you have another account. All right, cool. Well, yeah, that's another subscriber. So thank you for subbing with both of your accounts, and that just makes my subscriber numbers go up. So thank you very much for that. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, Ultimate Sports, for the sub. I really appreciate it. So, thank you very much. And yes, I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a fan of really all the Boston, New England teams except for the Red Sox. I don't really have a team in baseball. I don't really care. If I ever watch baseball, it's just to like relax and just like doesn't really matter to me who wins.
Parmesan truffle shrimp scampi and creamy shrimp and lobster pasta. Your perfect shrimp plate is just waiting to be discovered.
So I'm glad I got this live stream in tonight because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do videos for the next couple days because I'm finishing up college and then moving out and stuff. So I might not have time to do any videos over the next couple days. So I'm glad this live stream might be it for till probably Wednesday or so, but we'll have to wait and see and see what happens. But maybe get a couple of videos in the next few days. But this live stream is definitely gonna be the main thing for the next little while. Yeah, no, I've always I'm from Massachusetts, so I like all the local teams. So I'm not like I don't just like a team because they win or whatever. I like my local teams. So I'll always be a fan of these, Bruins, Celtics, Patriots, and I'll, whether they win or lose, I'll always be a fan. Your pencil? Sure. I mean, cool. Oh. Is it on your channel? Because I can check it out on your channel after the stream.
Tough to watch here. David Backus goes down after being hit by JT Miller. He was helped off the ice, did not return to this game. Later in the second period, JT Miller on the Lightning power play gets his second goal of the series. Beautiful passing here, JR. What a great interchange. Just a give and go. 1, 2, 3. I'm sure they practiced this.
These intermissions are too long. Too long, man. And of course, they're showing the highlights of the Bruins Lightning game. So, pretty disappointing the way that went. Boston's inability to score killed them. Their inability to skate killed them. They were the less physical team, which killed them. They just overall had a terrible series. Very, very bad. But we still got the Caps and Pens series going on with Washington up in that series 3-2. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out of that series, and it will also be interesting to see what happens out in the West. And these conference final matchups look like no matter who they are, it's going to be really, really good and exciting hockey. So that's good. Even it makes it so that even if your team's out and the team that you root for is, eliminated or didn't make the playoffs at all, it still makes it really exciting to watch because it's good hockey. Does it? I don't really know the goal horns that well as far as like what each team sounds like or anything. So Tampa's might sound like Toronto. I really don't know. Jets versus Golden Knights next round would be absolutely fantastic. That I certainly would have no problem with that being the Western Conference Final. Just what I think it would be an incredible matchup and extremely, extremely close.
But you got this with Total Wireless. That is something. Get a new iPhone 8 with no contract for under $35 a month. On the nation's largest and most dependable 4G LTE.
Yeah, baseball, their home run horns aren't like hockey goal horns. And Pat had the season on his stick. Yeah, just couldn't do it. The Bruins this year they overachieved. They weren't even supposed to make the playoffs. Most people had them not even making the playoffs. So for them to even make it to the second round and then to lose to a team like Tampa Bay, there's no shame in losing to Tampa Bay. No, Chara's going to be on the team next year, and he's 41 years old. He's not a liability. The liability is that the team still plays him like a number one defenseman. At this point in his career, he should be a bottom pair defenseman, and he's still very good in his own end. He's not. If he was playing in Adam McQuaid's position where he belongs, then he'd be fine. But the fact that he still plays like 22 minutes a night and they play him as their top pair defenseman, that's what's wrong. You should not have a 41-year-old as your top pair defenseman. It's like when Chris Chelios at the end of his career was like, 43, 44, something like that. He wasn't still Detroit's number one defenseman. He was on Detroit's bottom pair, and he still had some decent years even when he was older. Chara is fine, and he's going to be on the team next year. But he needs to not be the team's top pair. I think that has been mismanaged. The fact that they didn't get a replacement for him in there sooner. I mean, McAvoy is obviously the heir apparent to the number one defense spot in Boston, but and he played on the top pair this year with Chara. They need someone on the other side to play, in Chara's spot. Marchand was just licking people to piss them off, and I mean, it worked. It pissed them off, all right. No, I have not been watching any of the international championship. No, Bergeron. Listen, Bergeron is a fantastic player and certainly one of the best players in the league, but he's not better than Sidney Crosby. He's not better than Evgeny Malkin. So I don't think he's the best center in the Eastern Conference. I think that obviously goes to Sidney Crosby. I have no idea why soccer doesn't have goal horns, and I don't watch soccer at all, so I don't really care that they don't. I feel like this intermission has been longer than they usually are for some reason. I don't know why, but oh, absolutely. Matt Barzal is without a doubt the Rookie of the Year. He had 85 points this year. No, like who does that as a rookie anymore? There was really no competition as far as Rookie of the Year goes, as far as I'm concerned. And yes, it's still tied 0-0. The second period hasn't even started yet. Still it's stuck at intermission here. But yeah, no, Barzal blew the competition away as far as Rookie of the Year goes. Yeah, no, Crosby and Malkin are better than Bergeron. Bergeron's still a fantastic center, though. All right, TTC, see you, man. Oh, you'll be back. All right, cool. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. More views, man. More views. Yeah, I'm a fan of all the New England, Boston area sports. Oh, yeah. Bergeron's definitely better than Jonathan Toews. Toews has really taken a step or two back in the last couple of years, and especially offensively. Toews is not what he used to be offensively at all. Bergeron's definitely better than Toews. All right, so second period here is about ready to get going. Still 0-0. San Jose had a ton of golden opportunities in that first period, and they could not convert on any of them. So it will be interesting to see if that comes back to bite them later on. Do I think Kane is making Toews look better? No, because they don't usually play on the same line, so not really. I think they're both past their primes. I think we've seen the best, as good as we're going to see out of both of them. The Chicago, when they were winning Stanley Cups, 2010, 2013, 2015, like when they were winning cups, those Kane and Toews were at their peak. Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook were at their peak, and those guys are just all on a downhill now. But I don't think Kane makes Toews look better, mostly because they don't usually play on the same line. Yeah, I want Vegas to win too. I've found the Sharks to be a fairly boring team to watch over the last couple of years, and they do. I am tired of watching them, so I definitely want Vegas to win. But San Jose is had the puck for most of the first minute or so of this period, and yeah, no, Chicago couldn't have kept Byfuglien because of their salary cap problems at the time, but yeah, imagine if Chicago had Byfuglien still. You know how much better he would make that team. Be a big difference. Yeah, Fleury jersey ready. Yeah, if Fleury's been spectacular so far, and if Vegas wins this, he's obviously played a huge part in that. Yep, Hossa got old too, and he ended up gone. Patrick Sharp got old. I don't even know why they brought him back this year. The whole Panarin for Saad deal didn't work out in Chicago's favor, which I don't like the Blackhawks at all. So I'm kind of glad that they're not good anymore, but they've certainly fallen a long way. Yeah.
He said you can't look at this as two games or two tries to win one game. He said you have to look at this as let's win game number 6.
Yeah, it would be very good for Vegas to win this game. Because everyone knows Game 7's anything can happen. You have no idea how a Game 7 is going to go. So it's certainly in Vegas's best interest to close this out tonight. Even though they'll be at home for Game 7, it's one of those things where it's really up in the air, can go either way. Taves and Kane remind you of Zhamnov and Amante. See, I'm not old enough to remember Zhamnov and Amante like while that was happening. I only know about them through highlights and stuff, so I don't really know how that comparison works. But I'll take your word for it. I wasn't old enough to really recognize that at the time. Reeves, you got to get the puck out there. Hey, at least you got it out that time. I remember like when I was like a kid, Chicago was really bad. Like they were awful. And then in like those mid-2000s drafts, they got Taves and Kane and brought in all these, they got all these high draft picks and started to get good. And then by 2010, they won the Stanley Cup. And so I really remember the rise of the Blackhawks, and then they're obviously their peak, winning 3 Stanley Cups, and now they're falling. But so I don't remember the last time Chicago was any good before that. Which team do I think has potential to make a cup run next year? Wow. A lot. Obviously, you'll have your usual suspects. I mean, Pittsburgh will be good again. Washington's probably going to lose Carlson in the offseason, so that could actually end up being a huge loss for them. But I think the Bruins are certainly on an upscale. They weren't even really projected to even make the playoffs this year. They ended up, almost winning the East. They've got a ton of young talent. They're certainly headed in the right direction, and next year could definitely be their year. I think Columbus is headed in the right direction. So out west, even still in the East, you have Toronto, who, if they can improve their defense, could certainly make a run if they can get a defenseman or two in there to boost their back end. I think Florida, probably not making a cup run, but Florida should be a playoff team next year. They're certainly on the way up. Out west, I think Winnipeg's here to stay. And I think, Colorado, if they can make a couple of additions in the offseason, Colorado could have an even better year than they did this year. You got to think that St. Louis is going to do something to take a step in the right direction. Man, it's so hard to think about next year already, because really, the way with the NHL, and there's so much parity in the league, there's really only a few teams that are out of it at before the year even start. And you've only got 4 or 5 really bad teams, and then everyone else, there's potential there. So it's really tough to call next year already. Especially we haven't seen what goes on at the draft yet, and we have potential offseason trades, free agency. So definitely a little early to be thinking about next year. The Bruins rookies had a fantastic year this year. So and they should only be getting better. What happened to Edmonton? Well, all those number 1 picks, they traded most of them away. Who will Carolina's goalie be? I don't know who their backup will be. Scott Darling will probably be the starter there again. They'll probably give him another chance. He was not good this year, but he was kind of their guy that they picked to be the starter, and so he'll probably get another year. I don't know what they'll do with Cam Ward. He's certainly on the decline, and very, very mediocre goaltender at this point. Should McDavid leave the Oilers? Well, he's not going to. He just signed a massive contract to stay there for the next. I don't remember exactly how many years it is, but it was a long time and a lot of money. So, should McDavid leave the Oilers? It might end up being better for his career, but he's not going to, because he's locked in there long term. So they gotta build something around him better than what they've done, so far. Goal. Vegas just scored. Jonathan Marchessault on a bad turnover by San Jose. And Marchessault scores 5-hole. I'm pretty happy about that. I thought the first goal of this game would be huge. Oh, terrible turnover by Vlasic, who's normally a very solid defenseman. Really, really bad turnover. Riley Smith with a nice pass and a 5-hole goal for Marchessault. So Vegas takes a 1-0 lead. Wow. That's a big goal. I figured the first goal of this game would be huge. Yeah, Marchessault is a stud. I can't believe Tampa Bay let him go and Florida let him go, and these teams that had him just let him go, and that's an interesting decision on their part, because he has turned into a fantastic goal scorer. So we'll see how San Jose responds here. Obviously, you don't want to be down in an elimination game, but San Jose overall has not had a bad game so far. So I mean, it's certainly not over. What about the Wild? The Wild, to me, they seem like one of those good teams that aren't great. Like, they're good and they're going to be a playoff team, but they're not a real Stanley Cup threat. I don't think they have enough scoring to be a true Stanley Cup threat. They seem to me to be one of those teams that will be in the playoffs every year, but not a true, like, full-on Stanley Cup contender, a team that's always going to be out in the first or second round. Yeah, that 7-0 beatdown was pretty bad, but tonight San Jose has not been bad so far, and this has been a close series, but Vegas getting the first goal here is pretty big. Philly's not a cup contender. They have a chance to be a playoff team again next year. Nice save there by Marc-Andre Fleury. They have a chance to be a playoff team again next year. I really like Travis Konechny. I really like Ivan Provorov. Like, they have some really good young pieces. Obviously, their core of Simmons, Giroux, and Voracek are still in place. They've added some nice pieces around them. But they will not be a Stanley Cup contender until they fix their goaltending problem. And I don't see them doing that immediately. So until they get better in net, Philly's got potentially a playoff team, but not a true cup contender. Nolan Patrick, I mean, he probably didn't have the year offensively that people wanted him to, but he didn't have a bad year, and he's already showing that I think he's going to be a very good two-way center. He may not end up being a huge point producer that you would think of from a second overall pick. I don't see him being like a 100-point guy ever, or even really like a point per game guy, but I think he's going to be, probably a second line shutdown center who can play really, really well against the other team. And Sean Couturier is also a very good defensive center. So Philly could be good down the middle with Patrick and Couturier, especially defensively. Those are both very good two-way players. And maybe in 3 or 4 years they could be, but they gotta fix the goaltending and get better defensively as well. San Jose clogging up the neutral zone is definitely keeping the scoring chances low. The Islanders, the Islanders are, I think they're a little worse off than Philly. And I think this past season showed that, where Philadelphia made the playoffs and the Islanders didn't. But it's pretty much the same problems. The Islanders really have a major goaltending problem, and if they can fix that, then that will be a huge step towards them being a playoff team. Oh my God, how did Vegas not score there? Incredible block shot there. Wow. But the Islanders also need to improve their defense. Their defense 1 through 6 is not nearly as good as Philadelphia's. I can't believe that Vegas didn't just make this 2-0. And go Bruins, go. The Bruins are out, man. Lost today. Series over. 5 games. Lost to Tampa Bay. Man, Vegas had a wide open net and somebody blocked it. I'm not sure who it was. Great play. Braun and Tierney combined for that. Tierney with the block. That was incredible. That's incredible to keep that out. Oh my God, what a save by Marc-Andre Fleury on Tomas Hertl. That was incredible. What a save. Oh, man. Here comes Couture. Oh, sorry. It's pretty tired tonight. Oh! Right by the post for San Jose. I cannot believe the chances San Jose has had and not scored on. This is unbelievable. You got to think that at some point, at least one of these are going to go in. Who's left to root for? Well, in the East, Tampa Bay, who's moved on to the conference final. You still have the Caps of the Penguins, whose series is still going on. Out West, you've got Vegas and San Jose playing right now. And Winnipeg and Nashville still going. So pick one of those teams that you like. Oh, who am I rooting for? In the East, it's definitely the Lightning. The West, I don't really know because I like 3 of the 4 teams remaining. So I like the West. I like Nashville. I like Winnipeg, and I like Vegas. So it really doesn't matter to me if any of those 3 teams end up winning it. And in the East, I'm hopping on the Tampa Bay Lightning because I'm really impressed with what they've put together there and how they play. See, I don't like San Jose. I think they're a really boring team, and I'm sick of watching them. And I hate the Penguins. So I'm not going to be rooting for either of those teams. The draft can do whatever it wants. The draft picks can be whatever. I'm not going to root for the Sharks or the Penguins.
My car's about to need some work. But Enterprise is always there to help. I can rent a car and Enterprise picks me up. Hi, I can commute with my coworkers.
Yeah, I don't know how all the draft picks are working or anything. I haven't really looked into that.
Enterprise has you covered. Trust me, I'm an actor. How can Enterprise pick you up today? Coach, you've talked all season long about never matching lines, especially when you're on the road. But that big line of yours with William Karlsson, they always seem to get it done. From your perspective, what's so special about them? Yeah, they just move the puck well, and when they take pucks to the net and start shooting pucks, and they're like the blind. They just got to keep moving their feet.
Yeah, I
thought they could have 3 or 4 goals and 2 crossbars, and we just got to play better. And you got to stay tight to man in the deep zone. You can't get inside the space.
Yeah, the last Canadian team to win it was Montreal in '93, but I would love to see the Jets win it. I like the Jets a lot, and I absolutely would not be upset if the Winnipeg Jets win the Cup this year. Not at all. I'd be perfectly okay with that. Oh, good chance there by the 4th line. Good hit by Reeves in the corner. This 4th line for Vegas has had a really good game so far. No, I would love to see Vegas win. I love Vegas. Love this team. I would love to see them win it all. I'm hoping for a Jets-Vegas conference final. So I think that would just be absolutely incredible. Two of the best buildings in the league, best arenas. They're not a bunch of scrubs. They're absolutely filthy. And they play incredibly well together. They're making their old teams look really bad for letting them go. Like, the fact that Columbus let William Karlsson go is just ridiculous. They certainly could have used his 43 goals this year. Hey, TTC, what's up? Thanks for coming back, man. Yeah, it's like building a team from the lost and found and building Gucci from the lost and found. Like, it's been incredible what Vegas has done. It's 1-0 Vegas. Oh, bad turnover. Here come the Sharks. High. So, Sharks just had another chance that they didn't score on. Surprise, surprise. And they're still down 1-0 with about 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Whew. Just over the bar. San Jose's had a lot of close calls tonight, but no cigar so far in actually scoring a goal, which has got to be frustrating. Yeah, you should watch the game. I don't know what's Backlash and why does it suck? Oh, wrestling? I don't watch wrestling anymore. I did when I was a kid, but they've ruined it now. They've made it all whatever this PG wrestling crap is. I have no interest in it. I want Attitude Era wrestling, and that's what I'm interested in. I want chair shots and blood, violence, danger. Whatever the garbage that WWE puts out now, I have no interest in. Yeah, it is quite a Cinderella story, and absolutely the greatest expansion team of all time, without a doubt. It's unbelievable what they've done. New Japan Pro is good. I haven't seen any of that. I don't know anything about it. I haven't watched wrestling in quite a number of years now. Do I think Carey Price is on a decline? It's tough to tell with Price because the team in front of him is significantly worse than the teams that were in front of him, when he was at the top of his game. So it's tough to say if it's him on the decline or if it's just the fact that Montreal's defense looks like a borderline AHL defense. Because that certainly isn't helping. I'm not exactly sure. I'll look that up right now. I'm not sure how old Price is. He's got to be in his late 20s. I would think. Maybe even 30 by now. I'm not sure. He's been around for a while, like longer than I think it seems. He's been around for a number of years now. Yeah, no, I did not want Montreal at all getting Darlene, but no, Darlene's going to Buffalo. Um, yeah, Carey Price is 30. So Price is 30, and I think I'm not sure. I know he just signed a massive extension, but I know that it hasn't kicked in yet. I think it kicks in next year. So he's 30 years old and just starting on a massive new contract. How old is Tuca? Again, not sure. I am gonna look that up right now. Tuca's been around a while now too, so I think he's older than what I think he is. Same age, same draft. Oh, Tuca's 31 now. So similar, basically the same as Price. Montreal has to take a wing at 3. I mean, I don't know what this draft crop looks like, but if I'm Montreal, I'm worried. I think a lot more about my defense than my wingers. Yeah, well, if they lose Pacioretty and draft a winger, then they don't get any better. That doesn't do anything to make them better. If I'm Montreal, I mean, I'm really worried about what my defense looks like in my defense core. Yeah, they do have old man Shea. Man, his year got ruined by injuries this year. And Frederik Andersen, I'm not sure. I'll try and look that up. Frederik Andersen is 28. Craig Anderson, I don't think it really matters. He kind of stinks at this point, and he's getting very up there in age now. Yeah, Victor Mete might end up being something good. But Weber's good when he's healthy, but he's getting up there in age now, and Petry's okay at best. And the rest of their defense is a total disaster. So, big defense problems in Montreal in my eyes. Carl Alsner's signing did not work out at all for them. Yeah, no centers as well. That doesn't help. I mean, Montreal is really just in really bad shape right now, like total disaster. Yeah, Vasilevsky's really, really good. He's young. I'm not exactly sure of his age. But yeah, I love seeing Montreal in this terrible shape. It's great for me. I hate the Canadiens, but they're in really bad shape. Like, I don't see them being good anytime soon. Yeah, Andrei Vasilevsky's only 23 years old. He's fantastic. And yeah, he completely overthrew Bishop for sure. Got Bishop sent right out of town. Yeah, I being a Bruins fan, that obviously the Canadians are the number one most hated rival, and they're the team I hate the most, just because that has to be that way, and it should be that way. Oh, Vegas just rang the pipe there. They were this close to making this 2-0. So close. Straight off the crossbar. They just blew the. I don't know what that whistle was for. That might be a goal. They might have just sounded the horn to let the officials know that they have to review that and that it's a goal. See, I'll believe Buffalo when I see it. Yeah, that's a goal for Nate Schmidt. Vegas just went up 2-0. That went in. I see Buffalo, to me, yes, they have some really good young forwards, and they're obviously going to get Dahlin in this draft, but still they have. Yeah, Vegas just went up 2-0 here. Buffalo still doesn't have a goaltender, and their defense is still extremely suspect. Yeah, Buffalo does not have a goaltender at all. Robin Lehner sucks. Chad Johnson is a journeyman backup. They don't have a franchise goaltender at all. So before they're ever good, they need to address that. And their defense also, even with Dahlin, Dahlin's only one guy, so he's not going to fix that whole defense with one guy. It seems like all these defensive kids that Buffalo brings in never really turn out to be as good as they hope. Boston does have a goalie, though. Tuukka Rask is a legitimate number one NHL goalie. Like, Tuukka Rask is certainly a really good goalie, and he's certainly a hell of a lot better than anyone that Buffalo has. Tuukka Rask had one of the best goals against averages in the regular season this year. He's still a top 10 NHL goalie. Certainly a hell of a lot better than anyone Buffalo has. Yeah, the last time Buffalo was good was the Chris Drury, Ryan Miller, Jason Pominville, Derek Roy. Greatest rivalry in the NHL without NHL history, without a doubt, is Bruins Canadiens. There's no one else even close. The best rivalry right now, as far as the last couple of years, has been Anaheim and LA. That's been the best rivalry in recent years. But as far as NHL history goes, it's without a doubt Bruins Canadiens. Yeah, they did. But Thomas Vanek was really good for most of his time in Buffalo. It was after he left Buffalo where things have kind of gone downhill. But he was a Bruins kill. He still is a Bruins killer, and he was brutal on Boston when he was in Buffalo, because we played him so many times a year. And yeah, once he left Buffalo, he's been pretty poor since then. And yeah, they should have taken the 4 first instead of Vanek. I mean, I don't think there's very few players that are worth 4 first-round draft picks. They definitely should not have signed that offer sheet. Yeah, the league would be very, very different now if Vanek had gone to Edmonton and Buffalo had gotten 4 first-round picks for him. That would have completely changed NHL history. The history of Buffalo would be very, very different. And the history of Edmonton would be very, very different because they wouldn't have had all those first overall picks to take the wrong player with and ruin their franchise. Not in Boston. That's where I don't know where Rick Nash is going to go, but it's not going to be Boston. He was a huge disappointment after that trade, especially in the playoffs. So I don't know where he's going to go, but it's definitely not going to be on the Bruins. Well, the Oilers might be in the same situation, but they wouldn't have had all those first-round picks to blow and waste on bad players. So things would be different that way. Worst NHL jersey of all time. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm not even sure where to go with that. I don't know. I usually don't think about worst jerseys. I usually think of the best jerseys. I think see, I kind of like the California Golden Seals colors. I liked those colors. I thought they were cool. I would say the old Coyotes are probably pretty bad. They're definitely not good-looking jerseys. No, see, I would say no. I know this just you saying Buffalo just reminded me of this. The banana slab, like Buffalo had when they starting in like 07 when they went back to the blue and yellow, but it wasn't the old style blue and yellow. They were slightly different. And they had that banana slab looking thing across the chest. Those jerseys were horrible. The black, white, and red Buffalo jerseys with the actual Buffalo head on them, I actually love. And I wish Buffalo would bring those back as a third jersey. Because I thought those were really cool and completely changed it up from the blue and yellow that they usually had. Yeah, the New York Islanders jersey with the fisherman and the lighthouse were not great. I'm not sure what the old Kings alternate, which one you're referring to as, but there aren't a lot of jerseys that I don't like, because even if they're different or like really weird looking, I still think they're kind of interesting to have just because they're so different. So like I look at them and like that's actually kind of cool because it's completely like kind of crazy and weird looking. But I think the most hated jersey that I remember in like watching and like hating was that banana slab Buffalo Sabres jerseys. I was so happy when they went back to the old style with like the circle crest with the buffalo and the sticks in the middle. Yeah, I do like Buffalo's current jerseys. They went back to what their jerseys kind of looked like, back in the old days, and I thought that was definitely good. I wish the Kings would do that. I would love to see the Kings go back to the like early 90s Gretzky as a King era, like of that shade of silver that's really cool in the black and white. And I'd love to see the Kings go back to those. I want the Calgary Flames to go back to the like the late 80s jerseys where they had like the white C on the front and the red was lighter than the red that they have now, and the yellow was more like a lighter shade of like flame yellow. I thought those jerseys were so good. And I wish they'd go back to those. Yeah, the Wild have a really good jersey too. And I wouldn't mind the league going back to white for the home team. I'm not against that at all. I think, especially with the new Adidas jerseys, I think for a lot of these teams, honestly, their white jerseys are better looking than their color jerseys. Like a lot of these teams' white jerseys are really, really nice looking. And the Wild's jerseys are fantastic, both home and away. They're just great, great jerseys. Nope. Are you kidding me? The Hartford Whalers had the best jerseys in the league. Hartford's colors and their jerseys were absolutely fantastic. They were best in the league, without a doubt. And I would love for Seattle to take a similar color scheme. Absolutely would love for the new Seattle team to take those colors, because Hartford's never going to have a team again. Hey Ryan, it's all good. No problems, man. Glad that you're here. Nordiques had fantastic jerseys. I loved their colors. The Nordiques blue was just such a great shade of blue. Absolutely loved it. Am I a Sharks or a Kings fan? Neither. I'm a Bruins fan. I don't have strong feelings either way towards the Sharks or Kings, really. Not really big on the Sharks. The Kings I'm okay with. North Stars jerseys were great too. Yes, very much so. They were awesome, especially in the 80s. There have been a lot of really, really good jerseys in NHL history. Oh, that's really cool that he was at the last Whalers game. I love the Whalers, but yeah, Hartford's never gonna have a team again, unfortunately. Not a big enough market. Yeah, Seattle should have a team probably for 2020. I think they've had their season ticket drive already and they sold it out like that. It seems like everything's on pace for them to have a team in the next few years. Vegas is winning 2-0. End of the second period. It's 2-0 on it's 2-0 Vegas right now. So yeah, not good if you're a Sharks fan. These are the jerseys. Hang on. I don't know. You're not going to be able to see it because of the light. Maybe if I turn down the brightness. These are the jerseys that I wish the Here you can kind of see them. These are the jerseys I wish that the Flames would go back to. I just think that they're so good looking. Like, really one of my all-time favorite NHL jerseys. Yeah, they're one of my all-time favorite jerseys in league history. The old Flames jerseys were absolutely fantastic. The late 80s and early 90s, I think, were just a great time for NHL jerseys in general. Like, they were all just really, really good. For the most part. I'm sure there were some that weren't great. But for the most part, the league had really good-looking jerseys at that time. Who's going to be in my second Enforcers vid? Yeah, I haven't done that one yet. I'm not going to tell you ahead of time, but I'll give you giving you a hint is probably going to give it away. So my first induction into the Enforcers Hall of Fame was Dave Schultz, because he's the original Enforcer. He was the first guy to really do it. So my number 2, the next person going in is I think he's the greatest enforcer of all time. I think most people think he's the greatest enforcer of all time. So I'm not going to tell you who it is. You'll have to wait till the video comes out. But I'll just give you the hint that he's the GOAT as far as enforcers are concerned, and you can think whoever that is that you want. You'll see who it is when the video comes out. But he's mostly known for his time as a Detroit Red Wing. Yeah, I could have done the entire Broad Street Bullies, but I did Dave the Hammer Schultz because he was the leader of that bunch. But yeah, the next inductee is mostly known as being a Red Wing, and I think he's the greatest enforcer of all time. So you'll see that video when it comes out. That should be coming out in probably the next few days, hopefully. So, certainly sometime this week. So again, I know most of you, I recognize your names, and a lot of you are already subscribers. But if you're not a subscriber yet and you're watching this, please hit that subscribe button. I do not only live streams, I do hockey videos throughout the week on topics from across the NHL. So if you're a hockey fan at all, please hit that subscribe button. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm hoping to grow this channel and keep it keep the subscriber count and the view count going up. So thank you, Jesse. I greatly appreciate it. And you know, I do videos quite a bit during the week. So the next inductee into my Enforcers Hall of Fame video should be coming out. Soon. No, I'm on the East Coast. I live in Massachusetts. I'm a Bruins fan, and welcome to the channel. I'm glad that you found it, and I'm glad that you're here. And I just do a lot of hockey stuff from all across the NHL. I have some ideas for the summer, because obviously in the off season, you have the draft and you have the opening of free agency on July 1st as your major events, and the rest of the off season is usually pretty dull. So I have a lot of video ideas on, like, talking about history of NHL, doing stuff like ranking teams that I like, ranking players that I like, probably could do like some of my, probably doing some, favorite jerseys of all time, least favorite jerseys of all time, all sorts of different stuff from throughout the league. And I'll be doing a bunch of stuff like that all summer. I already do stuff like that. Obviously, my new thing now, I've started my hockey cards collection videos, and now I've started my Enforcers Hall of Fame. Hopefully coming up, I'll be doing some Hockey 101 stuff, just like basic X's and O's, breakouts, penalty kills, all kinds of stuff like that. Hey, Goldhorns, how's it going, man? It's pretty good. How are you? Hey, it's all good. You don't have to be a Boston fan to describe. Just a fan of hockey or just interested in the content at all. Definitely just check out the channel, and if it's something that interests you, please subscribe. And I'm just trying to grow this channel and put out some good content. Yeah, to Boston. Well, I did go into the game thinking that Boston was going to lose today. So feel bad for me. But don't feel too bad. I was ready for it. But thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. These streams have been so successful for my channel, and I hope you all enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy doing them, and I love chatting with all you guys. And so thank you all. And oh, really? A lot of Red Sox fans in Texas. That's interesting. That's cool.
When you carry out, some things are out of your control. But with Domino's new carry-out insurance, we'll replace your pizza if it gets ruined after you leave the store.
I would, man, but I don't really know how to do reaction videos, because I don't know how to record a video with like the video that I'm reacting to playing in the corner. I don't know how to do that, and like I don't have any like video software or anything. I just have my webcam, and I just like turn on the webcam and record. So I don't really know how to do reaction videos, but I definitely would. Yeah, I thought Patrice was going to tie it up too, but he just couldn't do it. Who are the Bruins going to take? I have no idea that deep in the draft. I have no clue. I am by no means a pro scout, so we'll just have to wait and see what they do with that pick. Hey, that'd be cool, Goldhorns. So, well, I'm not even sure how long we've been at intermission here, but hopefully the third period starts here soon. I never really know what to say during these long intermissions. Yeah, the Habs do have some. They definitely, if they can draft right, then they certainly have a chance to get a lot better, in a short period of time. But drafting hasn't been their best thing recently either. So we'll see how they do. Oh, today's your birthday? Cool. Happy birthday, man. Yeah, well, that's good for the Canadiens. They definitely need some defensemen, because their defense now leaves a lot to be desired. Wow, up to 125 subscribers. So thank you to everyone who subscribed tonight. And if you haven't yet, please do if you're at all interested in hockey content, because I do quite a bit of it and pretty regular videos. Seattle, what about them? They should be, hopefully, they should have a team in the next couple of years here. Probably not for next year, but I'm thinking 2020. Seattle will probably have an NHL team. Yeah, I don't know if they'll copy the Whalers colors exactly, but I definitely see them using green and like an oceany green, sort of bluish green color as one of their main colors. So I do see them not exact carbon copies of the Whalers colors, but something pretty similar. Yeah, I love the Whalers, man, but Hartford's just not a big enough market for the NHL, so that the Hartford Whalers are never going to come back. Who moves from the west to the east if Seattle gets a team? No one. Seattle would balance out the conferences. No one would have to move. Because it would make, there's only, I think, yeah, because the Central Division, yeah, but the Central Division only has 7 teams instead of the normal 8. So the adding Seattle will balance out the Western Conference. It won't balance the divisions, though. It would. Yeah, so no one has to move from the west to the east because the west is already one short. So they just add Seattle and that evens out the conferences. But it doesn't even out the divisions because Seattle would certainly be a Pacific Division team. So then a team would have to go from the Pacific to the Central. Yeah, Connecticut, Bridgeport has the Sound Tigers and Hartford has the Wolf Pack. So Connecticut has 2 AHL teams now. And what do I think the name will be? I have no idea. Yeah, they did release potential names, and none of them stuck out as anything that good for me. So I have no idea what their name's going to be. I'm terrible at naming things, so I have no idea what they're going to come up with, and I don't envy the person or people that have to come up with something. All right, so the third period has started here. San Jose is down 2-0 in an elimination game. They will be eliminated if they lose. They're on home ice. So I expect a big period from the Sharks here. We'll see if Vegas can hold them off. Fleury has been unbelievable so far. Ooh, close. Yeah, Sharks definitely didn't have a bad season this year. They made it further in the playoffs than they did last year, and they had a solid year, had a 100-point season. So there's really nothing to complain about. Who? Fleury? Yeah, he's had a lot of help as well, but he's also made some huge saves. So the Sharks are pushing pretty hard early on here, which is to be expected. But nice save there on Burns by Fleury. Wow, Vegas has so much team speed. Cody Eakin just blew down that sidewall. San Jose is a pretty fast team too. I mean, I don't think they're as fast as Vegas, but they've got some guys who can skate as well. Here come the Sharks. And Vegas gets the puck out. So the Sharks have gotten the puck and brought it into the zone, but Vegas has done a good job defending. Oh, wow. What a save by Martin Jones there. Huge save, because that would have really hurt if Vegas had just scored there to make it 3-0. That would have been a large hill to climb in one period. That's a heck of a glove save by Martin Jones. Really tough save, too. Yeah, Vegas can counterpunch for sure. They'll just kind of hang around in the defensive zone and then get the puck out and go on the rush, and they can score goals quickly and in bunches. Oh, good chance there by the Vegas fourth line again. They've had a heck of a game. They have not played a ton, but when they've been out there, they've been really effective and in on the forecheck and just having a fantastic game. Wow. Yeah, the fourth line for Vegas has been absolutely amazing tonight. Much, much better than I ever would have expected. I mean, they almost have put a couple of goals in here. They've come close for sure. So San Jose just won this face-off. But the Sharks can't really get anything going offensively so far in this period. We're about around 4 minutes in here, and they've gotten the puck, but they haven't done much with it. And now Vegas is starting to get some chances here and starting to control the puck a bit more. But man, Vegas is certainly well, yeah, I mean, the Celtics are doing really, really well. But the Bruins had a much better season than I expected this year. They were supposed to be a borderline playoff team at best, and they ended up being one of the best teams in the league. And you really can't be upset when you lose to Tampa because, the Lightning are obviously an elite NHL team and really, really good. So I'm not, all broken up. I think the Bruins had a really good year this year, and they're going to build off that and should be even better next year. Yeah, Vegas is just defending so well so far in this period. First 5 minutes, they've just shut San Jose down. They've got layers upon layers of defense. San Jose is they're pressuring too. They're getting in on the forecheck, and oh, what a hit. Derek Englund with a heck of a hit there along the boards. San Jose's defense is being really aggressive with pinches. They're pushing 4 guys up into the rush. They're trying really hard to get something going offensively, but just not getting much for chances because of Vegas's layered defense. All right, so Seattle's potential team names. Seattle Cougars. No, I don't like that. Seattle Eagles. I don't like that. Seattle Emeralds. That's not terrible. That is on the potential list. Seattle Evergreens, again, not great, but not terrible. Seattle Firebirds, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Seattle Kraken, I don't like that. Seattle Rainiers, Renegade, Sea Lions, Seals, no. Totems, Whales. I like the Firebirds, honestly. Although it's not sea related. Yeah, see, I thought Seattle Sasquatch would be pretty funny to have. But I guess might be a little too jokish, maybe. Seattle Sasquatch might be a little too jokish. You don't want to make your team a joke. But then Kraken, that's kind of a joke too. I don't know. Seattle's a tough thing to name. Obviously, Seattle Seahawks is like the best name for Seattle, but the NFL, the NFL has that, so you can't have two teams named the same thing. Yeah, I don't understand why people like the Kraken name either. That's a terrible name. Yeah, they'll figure it out. I don't know what they're gonna do. They have some, I'm bad at naming things, so I'm just glad I'm not the person that has to come up with it. It will be interesting to see what they come up with. See, I liked the Golden Knights because it gave them there's no other Knights in the league. It gave them a clear brand. It gave them a clear mascot. They have a really cool logo. I thought they did a good job with it with the Vegas Golden Knights. And then obviously you have the double meaning of knights, meaning the medieval fighter, and then a Vegas Knights. Seattle Bigfoots. Yeah, that would be a total joke. Yeah, Seattle Sounders is a good name, but MLS has it already exists, so they can't use that. Yeah, they could have just been the Vegas Knights, but I think Golden adds an extra touch to it. I just personally, I don't mind them being the Golden Knights. I think it's a cool name, and it's obviously a really cool brand and look that they have. I like their jerseys a lot, especially their white ones. I wish they'd wear their white ones at home because I think their white jerseys are the best best whites in the league by far, I think. Just really fantastic. Oh, here comes Vegas. Oh, nice save by Jones and a good defensive play to stop a second chance opportunity there. And here comes Vegas right back. Sharks clear it, and then they give it right away. Yeah. Yeah, Sounders is taken. Yeah, it's going to be tough to name this Seattle team, but I definitely think that there are some potential good names out there. Oh, heck of a save there on Alex Tuch by Martin Jones. Yeah, Vegas is taking control of this game. There's about 11 minutes left, and Vegas, already up 2-0, is playing really, really well right now. Yeah, shot wide by San Jose. And Vegas just pickpockets the puck right back. Yeah, it is desperation time now for the Sharks. They have got to they've got to score one pretty soon here. From a Knights perspective, I would probably rather play Nashville just because Nashville looks tired to me. And they seem to be fading. I don't think they're going to get Nashville, though. I think Winnipeg wins the series, and I think Winnipeg versus Vegas would be an absolutely incredible Western Conference final. Incredibly close, hard-hitting, a lot of action. If that's a series, there'll be no complaints from me. As you can't really be disappointed in the Sharks season. They had over 100 points. They made it to the second round of the playoffs. They've had a good year. Just not good enough to take that next step to a conference final. Yeah, Kane's very fast, obviously. He has a very good shot, but he doesn't seem to have great stick handling ability. He's not really a dangler at all. He's a very straight ahead, speed player. Yeah, Vegas and Winnipeg would probably end up going to a Game 7. I definitely agree with that. Yeah. Spill the beer. Damn it. So, again, while it's on commercial, I just want to thank all of you for watching. Just reminding everyone, if you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're not, please hit that subscribe button. I do hockey content all the time, not just live streams. I do videos, throughout the week on topics from across the NHL. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching. And the game should be back soon. Vegas is up 2-0. San Jose has to win this game to stay alive. So I expect a really big push here from the Sharks. And their season is literally on the line. So the rest of this game should be really, really intense and really, really exciting. But again, thank you everyone for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hey, how's it going, man? I like your username there, Crosby as a girl. That's pretty funny. So in a period where San Jose has been down 2-0 the whole time in an elimination game that they have to win, they have 3 shots on goal in the entire third period. That is not good. And they just iced the puck, so the puck's going back to their own end. Not the performance that they needed so far this period, but there's still 9 minutes left, so they certainly have a chance to turn this around. They get a quick goal here before the 5-minute mark. Then all of a sudden, look, you got a 1-goal game here, and it's going to be really intense these last 9 minutes. Wow, look at the hits total. Vegas 35, San Jose only 20. Yeah, they're getting pounded in shots this period, 11-3. Thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it, man. Do live streams in the playoffs and hockey videos throughout the week on topics from across the NHL. So thank you for subscribing, and just stay tuned to the channel, man. Appreciate it. Steven Stamkos is in the house. Vegas is relentless, yes. And congratulations, Steven, on your series win today. Boston had nothing for you. So Vegas, that was kind of a hold there by Kane, but they're not going to call that at this stage of the game. Will the Caps win this year? I'm never going to predict the Caps to win. I've been saying all season long that I will not predict the Caps to do anything until I see them do it with my own eyes. So I'm still thinking that the Caps don't win this year, but we'll have to wait and see. They're certainly in good shape right now, but they've been in good shape before in the playoffs and blown it. So until I see them do it with my own eyes, I'm not going to predict them to do it. Yeah, I mean, the Lightning absolutely have a good chance at the Cup this year. They are a very, very good team. Absolutely. So, Stamkos, you might be raising your first Stanley Cup for sure.
Experience space for the unexpected. The Lexus RXL, part of the RX family. Experience.
Yes, Vegas could also win. Vegas absolutely has a chance to win. And no, I love the fact that that Vegas has a chance to win the Cup. Like, what an incredible story for the league. Greatest expansion team of all time without any doubt. Just absolutely fantastic year for Vegas, and I think it would be fantastic for them to make it all the way. That would be just such an insane story, and they definitely could do it. They have an extremely good team. They have a all really great goaltender in Marc-Andre Fleury, who has won cups before. Can never count them out. You think the Caps make it to the Eastern Conference Final? All they got to do is win one more. If they don't get it done in Pittsburgh next game, they come home for Game 7. All they got to do is win one more. So the Caps certainly have a chance to make it. And Chris Tierney versus Adam Lowry as the center matchup in a. Oh, Chris Tierney versus Adam Lowry is like, who would I take? I was going to say, it doesn't look like they're going to meet up in the playoffs. I would take Adam Lowry, honestly. What happened with the Jets? They are up 3-2 over Nashville right now. And they are going home for Game 6 tomorrow. And they have a chance to close out Nashville on home ice. Yeah, I would take Lowry over Tierney, definitely. I love Adam Lowry. He's big. He's very physical. He's just a really good third line center. Jets Lightning final would absolutely be exciting. That would be an electric series. I would love to see that. I would love to see Jets Lightning final. Absolutely. I think Winnipeg is absolutely a more exciting team to watch than Nashville. So at this point, screw my predictions. At this point, I want the Jets to win that series really badly, and I want to see Winnipeg. I want to see Winnipeg go all the way to the Cup because I love watching them. I also would love to see Vegas in the Cup too. I mean, this is a problem. I like these Western Conference teams that are left, so it's really tough for me to root for one over the other. Yeah, Lowry is a fourth-line center when they're fully healthy. He jumps up to the third-line spot if needed. But he's a great bottom six center, exactly the kind of player I want in those positions. And I'm a huge Adam Lowry fan. Yeah, Nashville very much. I mean, it's just the way that it works. If you win the President's Trophy, you end up losing in the playoffs. It almost always works out that way. So they definitely could lose for sure. And it looks like they're probably going to at this point. Yeah, Vegas and Tampa Bay both only lost 2 games so far, which is really, really fantastic for both of them. And the Caps curse, well, the Caps might lift the curse. They can get by Pittsburgh. They're up 3-2. And Nashville seems to be getting hit by the President's Curse. Wow, big save and then by Fleury, and then they get the rebound out of harm's way. And then the Sharks with another post. That's got to be like their 4th or 5th tonight. Wow. Yeah, the Penguins certainly aren't dead yet. I mean, we've seen them come back before, and we've seen Washington blow playoff leads before. So that series is far from over. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. So San Jose is really pushing here, knowing that their season's on the line. We've got under 6 minutes left now. It's time for San Jose to start putting the puck in the net if they want to force a 7th game in this series. No year is Joe Thornton's year. He's gonna never win a Stanley Cup, and it is what it is. He's a great player, one of the best assist men of this entire generation, and I would assume his career is coming to an end very shortly. I don't know if this year's gonna be it or if he plans on playing next year too, yeah, it's not Joe Thornton's year, and I don't think it's ever going to be his year. Yeah, Washington in Game 7s are not good, especially against Pittsburgh. Washington against Pittsburgh in general is not good for them. So they're definitely going to want to finish it off in 6 and not have that series go to 7. Is Crosby a girl? I mean, no, not technically, but he does whine a lot sometimes. I'm not a big Crosby fan. I think he's a fantastic player, but I'm not a fan of his. I don't like him. I don't like Crosby at all. How often in the last 20 years has the President's Trophy winner actually won the Stanley Cup? Because it's not very often. There's absolutely a curse. The President's Trophy winner almost never wins the cup. It's only happened like a couple times in the last like 20 years. Yeah, I absolutely respect Crosby, but I don't like him. And yeah, it would. I do want to see Ovechkin win a cup before he retires, but if he stays in Washington, it really might not happen. Yeah, but not every seed is the number 1 overall seed in the entire league. You know, there's only one President's Trophy winner every year. And that President's Trophy winner usually doesn't win the cup, even though they're the best team in the regular season. That's the curse. Yeah, but if you're a 2 seed, it doesn't matter. The curse is that the best team in the regular season doesn't usually win the Stanley Cup. That's the curse. So it's a President's Trophy curse. If you're a 2 seed, you're not expected to win the Stanley Cup. You're expected to win the Stanley Cup when you're the best team in the league. And that's the President's Trophy winner. So Nashville will not win the cup this year because of the President's Trophy curse. And they're probably not even going to get past this round. I definitely think Winnipeg wins that series. Yeah, four minutes left in this game. San Jose has to get 2 goals to even get this to overtime. All Vegas has to do is play some good defense here like they have all game for to move on to the conference final. And I'm not going to say the S word, but Marc-Andre Fleury has had a fantastic game has played a fantastic game so far. Better top 6, Winnipeg or Tampa? That's putting me on the spot right there, but I'm gonna say Tampa. I'm so impressed with what I've seen from Tampa Bay Lightning. I think they have the better top 6 than Winnipeg. When do they pull Jones? Probably with about 2.5, 3 minutes left. Yes, between 2.5 and 3 minutes, I would say that they pull Jones because they need 2 goals. One doesn't do it. Yeah, Miller, Stamkos, and Kucherov as your top line with Johnson, Point, and Palat as your second is just unreal. As great as Winnipeg is, and I really, really like the Jets. I think Tampa has the better top 6. Well, now San Jose is in a rough spot because they turned the puck over. Jones just made a huge save. There's only 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. Jones is still in the net, and it's a defensive zone faceoff now for San Jose. So they need to not only get possession, they have to get possession into the offensive zone and get their goalie off. And they're already down to only 2.5 minutes. So, they really probably wanted to have him off 30 seconds ago. But they haven't been able to do it yet. They have not been able to get any sort of possession in the offensive zone. And now they just iced the puck. God, this is about as bad of a last few minutes as you could get for San Jose. Yeah, Tampa Bay is really, really good. Unreal. Yeah, goalies, I mean, any playoff series, especially the deeper you go into the playoffs, the goalies play a huge role in how the game goes. But Winnipeg versus Vegas will certainly be a huge goaltending battle for sure. San Jose is finally getting some offensive zone time. Fleury is making huge saves. And now the Vegas just over. 3-0 Vegas. Game over. Series over. That's it. Yep, Caps have to get by Pittsburgh before they get to Tampa. Tampa Bay versus Winnipeg would be an incredible Stanley Cup final. And yeah, the game, that's it. Game's over. Quite empty net goal for Vegas, and that's it. Yes, I have seen Dustin Byfuglien fight. I'm actually a big fan of hockey fights and very active on dropyourgloves.com. So, yes, I have seen Dustin Byfuglien fight. I also run a Twitter account called NHL Fight Alert, which just tweets out anytime there's a fight in the NHL. So now there's a minute and a half left. San Jose's down 3-0. Yeah, he manhandled those two Predators. That wasn't even a real fight. Like, that wasn't dropping the gloves. That was just a scrum, and Byfuglien took care of 2 guys at once. It was pretty wild. So about just under a minute left. 3-0. The game's over. They just got to play out the last little bit here. And congratulations congratulations to the Vegas Golden Knights on their ridiculous ride continues. And they're on to the Western Conference Final. Who would have thought that at the beginning of this year? Holy crap. Holy crap. In their first year of existence, an expansion team, the Vegas Golden Knights, are going to the Western Conference Final. What an amazing year for them. What a great story. Yeah, Byfuglien for sure. So, yeah, they're just going to run out the clock here with some board play. And what a job by yeah, I thought that Vegas, I knew that they would be good for an expansion team, but I definitely didn't expect them to actually be good as like as a league-wide thing. I thought they'd get between probably around 30, 25 to 30 wins, and that would be it. I never expected this. Very, very wrong. My next stream, I'm not sure. It won't be in the next couple of days, so because I'm at school, so it will be sometime later this week. So that's all I can tell you on that. Is Thornton going to retire? I don't know. Maybe. He's definitely getting up there in age, so it's getting close. I think Vegas will be good next year, but probably not as good. I think they just kind of had a magical year, caught lightning in a bottle and ran with it. But I do think that they're a well-built team. I think they'll be probably decent next year, but I don't think they're going to be this ridiculously good again next year. Yeah, I predicted Vegas to finish dead last in the league before the season started, and I did not expect this at all. So what a ridiculously good year for Vegas. So they're doing the handshake line now. Great tradition that they shake hands after every series. And congratulations to Vegas. It's just unbelievable what they've done. So the game's over. I'm going to be ending the stream here pretty soon. But thank all of you for watching so much. I really, really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I don't just do live streams. I do hockey videos throughout the week on topics from across the NHL. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I love seeing this channel grow, and I hope it keeps growing. We reached 100 subscribers, and the next goal is 500. So still got a ways to go before we get there, but I know that we can do it. So thank you all so much for watching. Do I watch the NHL draft? It depends. Usually, if I'm around, I will. And this year, I'll probably stream during it if I'm watching the first round. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to end the stream now. So see you guys next time. Should have another stream either the end of this week or next weekend. So talk to you guys soon.